You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
We got some sad news this morning. Ed from the county, who does Ed's Word of the Day at the end of the podcast, left us this voicemail.
Hey guys, I'm in the freaking hospital. Apparently I had a mini stroke or something like that yesterday, and they can't know my heart. And I don't know if you guys are having a big one. Give me a call if you get a chance. Cheers.
We did give Ed a call. He seems in good spirits. He doesn't really know what happened, but they got him set up in the hospital right now. So if you're wondering, listening to the podcast, I don't know when he's going to get out. We won't be having Ed's Word of the Day. And there's been times where we've done our own Word of the Day, but it doesn't feel right.
No. This is Ed's Word of the Day, so we're going to put it on pause. We told him, because that's the thing, is he was like really worried about not being able to do it. We're like, just focus, do what the doctors are telling you. There's more important stuff than Word of the Day. So we're thinking about Ed. We're hoping that he's getting better, and when he's ready, then so will the Word of the Day come back.
Keep him in your thoughts. If you're religious, keep him in your prayers, or crack an old Milwaukee for the man.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Apparently at 10 a.m., Toronto Maple Leafs GM Brad Treliving is going to be making a big announcement, is what they posted on social media. And a lot of people are speculating it'll be something about a new president or whatever, maybe new captaincy, something like that.
I mean, there are a million actual sports and business things that they could get together and announce at 10 o'clock that would make a whole lot of sense.
If he's got some real balls, he would guarantee a Stanley Cup.
Damn.
And then, you know what they should do? I would love to see this happen. They go full invincible. They announced that the Toronto Maple Leafs are holding open tryouts for fans.
Come skate at the ACC?
Looking for the next Mark Wahlberg to save the team. I mean, if you think about it, it's not that long ago when NHL teams actually had just like randoms come try out.
Honestly, yeah. And I mean, they found a lot of talent that way. They wasted a lot of time that way, but they found some people.
He comes out today. He goes, listen, I know a lot of you think that you can do things better than the rest of these guys. Put up or shut up.
Yeah.
You come out on the ice. You do a little tryout. They take one player, one skater, and they take one goalie, and they put him in a preseason game, let him get crunched. See how it really is?
Sets the bar for everybody sitting at home.
Either that or we find our new savior, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a no-lose situation. What I'm thinking, though, is I've been watching a lot of that show Supernatural lately. You know, the one where the brothers go and fight demons and stuff. And one thing that I've learned from watching that show is that if you want to get rid of a curse, you have to burn the bones of the dead. So what they need to do is find all the players from the 67 team, living or dead.
Yeah.
Listen, how bad do you want this? And they need to burn all the bones right in the middle of the arena, and then bam, curse lifted.
That's it.
Then they're good to go.
I actually like that theory.
I mean, it's going to be gritty. It's going to be dirty. People aren't going to like it.
I'll go dig up Johnny Bauer's grave right now, dude.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What is your rumor on what the big Toronto Maple Leafs announcement is going to be this morning?
My rumor is that Elon Musk is going to be taking over as new president of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that he plans to have the team fully automated by 2030.
An AI Austin Matthews.
The first AI hockey team?
I think so. He's going to use his robots. We got to try something. What we're doing now is not working.
I mean, the only bigger disaster than the Leafs in the playoffs is Tesla stock, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And they both tank.
They do.
A few people say that the Toronto Maple Leafs will be moving to Atlanta. Some others saying that will be the new team in Quebec.
Yeah. I did also I can't remember who it was, but someone texted in and said they're moving to Alaska. Just the miracle on ice in the NHL.
We got Calvin on the phone. Calvin, what's the rumor you heard?
Oh, Matthews leaving the club, joining the Masters tour. Oh, he's better at that than he is hockey.
Wow.
I was gonna say, I mean, man's got a lot of experience golfing around this time of the year.
Oh yeah, I mean it's religious every time of the year.
I mean, you're not wrong on that, but what if also the announcement is that Austin Matthews is going for the hair transplant surgery?
Take the hair off his lip and put it on his head.
Oh, he doesn't need the hair transplant surgery because he's announcing that he's joining Team Ping, and they're going to give him one of those sweet hats for when he gets out on the tour.
All right. I have always had this theory, and I would love it if it was the announcement, that Austin Matthews commits to going bald.
Right.
Because I've said it before, my theory has always been that every year that his hairline grows back,
that's the curse.
Our chances go further and further back, too, as well.
If he just finally shaves off those cursed wisps of hair, they have a shot.
We've also got Ray on the phone. Ray, what's the rumor you heard about the big Leafs announcement?
I think they're going to announce that Matthews and Marner are actually lovers.
And that's why they're so distracted in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't put the puck in the net whatsoever because they're too busy looking at each other.
Matthews repeatedly asked Marner to take the garbage out from their apartment. He will not listen. It caused a lot of heat in the locker room.
Actually, huge plot twist. Mitch Marner just had a baby. What if they come out and we find out that Austin Matthews is actually the father?
Damn.
And that's the real reason they're so distracted in the playoffs.
That's a good one.
2025, 2026 in-game host for your Toronto Maple Leafs, Maury Povich.
Yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's Pink Floyd week here on the station.
Oh,
and
yeah.
as we always do with our themed band of the week, we like to try and make their songs sound a little bit dirty. And I'm not going to lie, this was the toughest one because, Pink Floyd songs are super long. The lyrics are a little bit intense. It was hard to try and find the right places to do things, but I think I was able to pull it off. We all know the song Money, right?
A classic, a rock staple.
Get back. I'm all right, Jack. Keep your hands off of my
I won't lie, when I was a kid, I actually thought he was saying something dirty there, so that works out.
Sometimes for enough money, people will let you, you know? Welcome to The Machine. If you're a Pink Floyd fan or you've done psychedelics, you've probably listened to this song before.
Yeah. You've been in the pipeline, filling it.
Gets better just with the rest of the lyrics.
Provided with toys, scouting for
Works out very nicely there.
That ties a nice little bow.
And of course, Wish You Were Here, just an absolute classic.
We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old wish you were here.
Tired of the same old bleeps, you know?
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I wish you were here. We've all been with someone who I wish you were here right now.
And of course, we all know the classic saying, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
If you don't eat your you can't have any pudding.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I know that today is the day that ratings come out for our show, which is very exciting. But in
that's right.
radio, it's a tumultuous industry. You never know how long you're going to have before a company you work for says, okay, you can go now. I have found what might be the perfect job for us if we get fired.
What's that?
Sex party DJ.
Sex party DJ?
Apparently, this is a big thing out on like the West Coast of the United States, like down around the San Francisco area. I was reading a story in a San Francisco paper about DJ J Maximilian, who apparently has been a fixture on the sex party DJ circuit since the mid-90s.
We talking about like orgies? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, basically. They'll rent out, or, if they own mansions. The Airbnb has apparently been a big thing. Warehouses.
So like the same guy that could play your kid's bar mitzvah can show up and play your nookie party?
That's my favorite part, is they talk about how he does regular DJ gigs. He has a website. He's available for whatever you've got going on. And if that happens to include a large number of consensual adults who want to get together and get it on, he's there with the wax.
Whether you're fist bumping or fisting, I can show up.
If that's not on his business card, you need to get
That's got to be his slogan, man.
I cannot imagine. Like, it's a big running joke in the radio industry that if you don't make it in radio, you can always be a strip club DJ.
Yeah.
The announcer playing the tunes or whatever. This is the next step. This guy's been spinning records at sex parties for 30 years.
I mean, it's got to be a little bit of a talent because, I mean, you probably got to keep like the right BPM and stuff like that. You got to play the right songs.
That's just it. I mean, he must have an elaborate playlist. I did see he said nothing over 120 beats per minute.
That makes sense.
You're not trying to get anybody going too fast. And no distracting vocals, which also does make sense because if someone's like in the middle of the groove, the last thing you want is for them to start like wailing a solo.
I just wonder if it's like when you hire a DJ for your wedding and you give them like a set list or whatever, or does he do other normal DJ stuff? Like, does he hit the air horn?
The song's coming up to a let me see your hands in the air.
Yeah, does he do stuff like that? Make some noise.
No, we're not. It's not a noise thing. We're not trying to make a lot of noise.
Does he take requests? Like, are people allowed to come up and be like, hey?
I imagine, like, yeah, if like you want to hear a couple of your favorite songs. You mentioned weddings, right? Like, when you get married, you'll usually tell the DJ, like, yo, this is our first dance. Want you to play this during the reception, mother-daughter, whatever. Like, do you think when they're setting it up, like, all right, so at about like 11:30 midnight, we want to start like heading people towards the door?
They start playing closing time like bars do.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I've been racking my brain trying to think about what would be the worst song for a sex party DJ to play, and I was thinking it's got to be this.
You know my name.
Oh, God.
That'll kill the mood, right?
Well, especially because they say these things, they run for hours, right? So you're like in the middle of doing what you do if you're a guest. All of a sudden, Tears from Heaven comes on.
Yeah, Rubber breaks and you play that song or something.
Also, like, you have to assume that there's at least some mistrust of like some of the people. You don't know everybody at the party.
Sure.
Imagine this one comes on.
I wish I was special.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll make you nervous.
Oh, that's not censored. Hang on, let me put that away. You get the point.
I think even just any song from Randy Newman, but specifically this one.
You got a friend in me.
I don't think
You got a friend
you could stay up to par with this voice in the background.
That's the thing. There are just some songs that are not meant to be heard when you're in that frame of mind.
I don't know if Randy Newman's married, but God bless that lady if she is. Could you imagine that in your ear?
He's dirty talking.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me. Same sort of vibe. I was thinking, like, I just don't know how anyone could continue if this old hit came on. I see you moving to the beat, and I will admit,
I was gonna say, I mean, like it.
there is a steady beat.
Start clapping cheeks to the rhythm. Like.
I feel like this is the same if Bop came on. The song might do it for you, but the artist shouldn't.
I was also thinking maybe if you just started playing like generic like wedding music, like the. Like, I wonder if everybody would like still do what they're doing and then get the letters going and stuff.
It would be some impressive coordination.
You have some legs by your face and you move them into the shapes.
You're bending your partner at the time into the YMCA.
Yeah. I wonder like all of those kind of generic wedding songs, like, you know, like the Mambo No. 5 or like the Cha-Cha Slide.
Would people get up and start doing the Macarena?
Oh, the Cha-Cha Slide, actually, just thinking about it now, if it's one of these big sex parties, slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. That's how you switch partners.
That's how it works.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know, a lot of people like to say music saved my life. This band saved my life. This song saved my life. Well, there's one family down in the States who are claiming that Metallica actually saved their life after a car crashed into their living room.
Damn.
Here, listen to this news report here.
Normally, Madeline's parents would be up watching TV in the living room, but that night they decided to hit the bed early to prepare to see Metallica the next day, a decision that may have saved their lives.
Ooh. We were so fortunate that night my daughter could have walked down that hallway and found us in the rubble. And you know, I thank God every day and Metallica for saving us, because that's exactly what did it.
That is my new favorite quote of all time, dude.
I thank God every day and Metallica.
You know, I thank God every day and Metallica.
I had to start using that, man.
It's fair, right? They decided, like, hey, Metallica's an event. You want to be well rested for that.
Well, there's a good chance Metallica will see this and give them like free tickets to her show or something because they're rad dudes like that. But man, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I don't know about your family. We always do that cheesy thing where you go around the table.
What are you thankful for?
What are you thankful for? Well,
I thank God every day and Metallica.
We have one team in the Stanley Cup Finals already. We're about to find out who their opponent is. When the finals are over and a team hoists the cup over their heads, somebody has to say,
I thank God every day and Metallica.
Dude, I got my buddy's wedding coming up in July and I'm the best man. I'm going to try and sneak it into the speech somewhere. Like,
I thank God every day and Metallica.
That Derek found you.
Dude, somebody's got to do a techno Metallica remix where that's the drop.
Yeah.
I thank God every day and Metallica.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, after we chatted about how Metallica saved that family.
I thank God every day and Metallica.
I was thinking, this has got bad puns all over it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, thanking God and Metallica for avoiding a car crash is hilarious.
The headline is Family Credits Metallica for Saving Their Lives After Truck Crashes into Home. Would you like to start off?
I can think of a few. So it would be family credits Metallica for saving their lives after truck crashes into home. They came so close to finding out for whom the bell tolls.
Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after truck crashes into home. I guess you could say Metallica was the hero of the day.
Oh, very nice. Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after truck crashes into home because no one ever expects a truck to blitzkrieg into your living room.
Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after truck crashes into home. It's sad but true, but God is a real bizarre master of puppets sometimes.
What's that? Were there 3 in there?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after a truck crashes into their home. And it's not too much to ask for someone to not tire tread on me.
Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after truck crashes into home. Scary, man. It's stories like this that make you realize creeping death is always around the corner.
Very good. Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after a truck crashes into their home. And it's crazy because after the investigation, it turns out the last instructions on the driver's GPS were take the corner, join the crash.
All right, I got one more.
Okay.
Family credits Metallica for saving their lives after truck crashes into home. Good thing Metallica saved them, or there could have been some real mega death. Get it?
That's good.
Dave Mustaine doesn't like Metallica.
Absolutely. Walk off. Well done, sir.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
When the moon hits your eye like a big...
You always got to check your bank statements, man. Your credit card statements. It's so easy to just crinkle them up, throw them out, delete the email, however you get them. But a woman in Toronto checked her bank statement and found out that a big national pizza chain from which she had ordered online had turned her order of $72.54 into $7,254.
$7,200 on pizza?
$7,200. She ordered a couple of pies from a big chain, paid online, went, picked it up, no problem. The next day, the franchise tried to call her, but I mean, we've all gotten those calls from restaurants and fast food places the next day. Usually, like, it's a customer survey thing. She's like, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to bother. Checks her bank statement and sees that it is 100 times more expensive than she thought.
Also, how much money is she spending on pizza that her credit card company didn't call her right away and was like, hey.
Yeah.
Because usually if I spend something like obscure, my BMO automatically calls me and they're like, was this you, man?
Dude, I tried to order a sports jersey the other day and my credit card full out declined the $300 purchase because it was like, you don't have this. This is not like you. $7,000. So she's contacted the pizza place. They're saying that they can't give her a refund because she's already talked to her bank.
What?
Yeah, so they're saying if we give you a refund and then the bank does a chargeback on us,
that makes sense, I guess.
You'll get your money twice. Basically telling her this is her fault for going to the bank and not dealing with them first. So she is still waiting. The bank and the pizza place are both kind of being like, we'll get to it eventually. And she's just got $7,000 sitting on her credit card.
Even though thinking about it now, would you say she ordered $72 worth of pizza? That's expensive for pizza, man. How many toppings is that?
You get a few pies, it starts to add up. But I'm thinking if she got 2 pies and it came out to $72, that's got to be at least like a meat lovers, right? Like there's got to be 3, 4, maybe 5 different kinds of meat on there.
I refuse to pay more than like $25 for pizza, dude.
You're a pepperoni guy though, aren't you? Like
you're
a standard, you're a one topping and go.
I think you're pushing it any more than 4 toppings. That's too much, man.
Your $72 is all in garlic dips.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
A woman in Toronto was accidentally charged over $7,000 for pizza, and we were trying to figure out what they could have thought she ordered to get to $7,000. But it made me think, like, there are some souped up versions of just like regular foods. So I wanted to see if I could find the most expensive versions of each, and you, as a food connoisseur, can tell me whether or not the taste would be worth the price.
Okay, fire it off.
So these are all in Canadian dollars. There is a hot dog place called Tokyo Dog in Seattle that has a Junibon hot dog for $230.
What's on it?
12-inch smoked cheese bratwurst with butter teriyaki grilled onions, Wagyu beef, foie gras, and Japanese mayo on a brioche bun.
I mean,
as a one-time thing, would you try $230?
No, I was pissed. I went to the mall and bought a hot dog for Courtney and New York fries, and it was like $11 for 2 of them. No.
Okay, hot dogs out. What about
$230 for a hot dog? Get bent.
What about $272 for creme de la creme pommes frites at French fries from a place in New York City?
And what's on them?
You get their chipperback potatoes that have been blanched in Dom Perignon champagne. And then they are fried in pure goose fat and seasoned with truffle salt, truffle oil, and shaved truffles.
Is it the champagne that's costing me the money?
It's the champagne and the pure goose fat. That's not cheap.
I guess. You can't wrap my head around spending that much money on something that I'm just going to something that I could eat in the car while I'm driving before I get home.
Right. This same place, apparently they're called Serendipity 3 in New York, also has the most expensive grilled cheese sandwich, $291, with French Pullman champagne bread infused with Dom champagne, layered with some fancy cheese that I cannot pronounce.
Is this a fancy restaurant for toddlers?
And topped with edible gold flakes.
No.
You're not doing it?
None of this, man.
Okay, let's jump to the main event here because we're talking about pizza and you said $7,000 would have to be the record. That actually belongs to a place called Renato Viola in Italy. It is the Louis XIII pizza made with organic flour, which is aged for 72 hours, topped with 3 types of caviar, Norwegian lobster, pink Australian sea salt, prepared and served in your own home as the customer. $16,320.
Sweet baby Jesus.
$16,320 for what's essentially a 2-topping pizza that they make in your oven.
Would you say the Louis the 13th?
Louis the 13th, baby.
Call me Louis the 6th because you better chop my head off if I'm paying that much money for pizza, dude.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know those gummies like Haribo, I think it's pronounced?
Oh, yeah, the gummy bears that if you eat too many, they make you poop?
Well, apparently if you eat too many of these, you're going to get very stoned, as Haribo has had to do a massive recall on the Cola Fizz gummies, the ones that taste like soda pop
Yeah.
as they have found massive amounts of cannabis in the bags. Yeah, they've done an urgent recall, and the company is actually urging customers to return the product to them directly so they can get a refund. They said, don't bring it back to the store.
Right.
They need to kill it. They just need you to send it back.
Dude, people are going to be racing out to their local dollar stores and stuff like that, trying to find these
The price of edibles right now, you can find these at Dollarama, dude.
That's what I'm saying, man. You get out there, you buy every bag of Coke gummies you can find. Worst case scenario, you just have a bunch of candy. Best case scenario, you just saved hundreds of dollars in edibles.
You buy a bag of Cola Fizz, and then you buy another bag so when you get the munchies. You got to imagine, though, there's probably someone out there that's just like mowing these things.
This is like, these are incredible.
Just stoned to the bone.
I have no idea. It's like every Halloween we always talk about, like, no one wants to give your kids edibles. No one's trying to give away free drugs. Apparently the Haribo people are changing that
The
up.
Brock and Dobby Podcast.
Send a text 762 555. Send it now. Text us. Woo! Ask a question. 762 555. All right, let's get into Texas Thursday here. First question says, what country do you think has the best flag?
Best flag?
I mean, Canada's got a great flag, but Wales has the dragon.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. There's one country, because every flag is rectangular, right? They're generic across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one flag, I want to say it's an African country. Their flag is two triangles stacked on top of one another.
Oh, really?
And I've always just really appreciated the attempt to be different from everybody else.
A little unique, yeah.
I also, you know what? There's something to be said for simplicity. I like the Japanese flag.
Yeah, I mean, simplicity, you could say Switzerland. There's a lot of good things about the country, but its flag is a big plus.
Hey!
What pisses you off the most while driving? Just everyone?
Yeah, honestly, it's the fact that other drivers are on the roads. Actually, you know what? No, I'll give a real answer because people need to hear this. When people break the rules of the road to try and be nice, you're the first person at the four-way stop, don't wave me through. Just go. When you have the right of way, don't stop and wait for somebody else. You're not being friendly or polite. You're ruining it. Just go.
You would fail your driving test.
100%.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the body? Like your own or someone else's?
I've always thought eyes were very cool, like the different colors and swirls and the patterns and stuff like that. So I do like eyes.
If it was my own body, I'd probably say my hands because 10 out of 10, like you'd be screwed without them.
That's just it. Like in terms of the most functional, it's probably my hands.
As two guys who like food.
Yeah.
How are we getting it in there?
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And hey, listen, shout out to the stomach for holding it all in.
Yeah.
For at least a little while.
If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Use with caution.
Yeah. Warning dangerous gases.
Mine would honestly, it would just be like a check engine light on the car dashboard. It's non-specific. There's a problem somewhere, so just be careful.
You got to take it into the shop.
Yeah.
My poor cat's butthole is infected from black flies. What should I do? I'll get rid of the cat. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that.
I mean, the correct answer is take it to a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Like don't ask us for medical advice for you or your pets. But I also kind of am with Brock on that. You could just get a dog.
Yeah, you can just get a dog. All right, final one here. When you guys go to the bathroom at home, you're the only one there. Do you close the door?
Absolutely not. Not at all. Never. If I know that Mallory and the kids are out of the house, what am I closing the door for? Who am I keeping out? If anything, leave the door open. Let the dog come and hang.
Yeah, you don't want a burglar to come in or something. Imagine getting murdered on the toilet because you didn't see it coming. I also have the two dogs, so like if I close the door, I hear they're crying outside the door. Do you know how sad it is to take a number 2 and hear crying on the other side?
As opposed to crying on the inside.
Want to be part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762 555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.